Well, hi and welcome to Two Wheels Better from Oulton Park in Cheshire. And Paul and I are here for the Great Northern Bike Run, aren't we, Paul?
We are. Just one question to ask you. What's this beast that you've arrived on today?
This is the BMW K1200 RS that I'm road testing for the programme.
Yes,
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, all right for some. So are you going to take it on the track, are you?
Well, I'm thinking of it, yes.
Do BMW know you're going to take it on the track?
No. But I don't think they mind. I'm
sure
trustworthy. I'm the trustworthy sort, you see. Yeah.
Well, actually, I've been here.
I'm looking forward to it, Paul, yeah.
I know. I was here before you this morning.
Oh, were you?
Yes.
That makes it sure.
And I've got a treat for you. I've already arranged it to go on the track.
Good man.
You can
Star
go on the
man.
track.
Excellent.
So
when?
Just pass me that helmet. That's your helmet. Pass
Yeah.
me that.
Well, do you want this?
No, you'll not be needing that.
Oh, you've got to examine it or
You
something?
won't need that. You won't need your gloves. No, you don't need them. I'll park your bike.
No, I've got to have a helmet if I'm going on the
No, you're going in a car.
Oh, no, a car?
You're going in a car.
Why am I going in a car?
You'll be all right. Look, this is no ordinary car.
Bad. Wrong programme.
Just trust me. You'll enjoy this.
Is this right?
You will.
We'll see. Well, this is the guy, Russ Swift, who just frightened me to death in the Almera. Russ, terrific trip that was. I must say I enjoyed it, he said, lying through his teeth. Strange thing to have at a bike event, though, isn't it?
Cars. 2 wheels, wasn't it?
Well, it's true, that's true. 2 wheels better, you could say.
That's right, yeah.
How on earth did you get into this, anyway? Because you're a biker at heart, aren't you?
I am, yes. That's my hobby, biking. I would have been into bikes, I think, if I hadn't got into rallying very early, but I was a mad biker when I was younger.
I can believe that, yeah.
But it just happens that I ended up driving cars, but got very frustrated on 4 wheels, so I take to 2 whenever I can.
And you've done all sorts of things, haven't you? I mean, you actually train people, don't you, in the diplomatic corps and all this escape stuff? And
military, the police, I get involved with anybody who needs to know how to get out of a hijack situation or an ambush situation. People tell me that, I've developed the tricks to a fine art, and they like to see how I do it. So I act as a consultant to people like that.
And what's your fleet of bikes you got at home? You got a collection of some classic stuff?
Yeah, I've got a couple of Dominators from the 50s, a couple of Dominator 88s, 500 Nortons. I've got a couple of BSAs from the 60s, a 62 Gold Star 500 and a 650 Rocket Gold Star.
Yeah.
And more modern bikes, I've got a 89 Harley, which I've had from new, and a couple of years ago I got one of the new Triumph Thunderbirds.
Oh, right. But you don't fancy doing a Jarrod Frost or whatever and getting it up on the rear wheel?
No, it's dangerous.
Thanks very much, Russ.
Thanks a lot.
Now is a world champion, the world's fastest wheeler, world speed wheeler record holder, Jarrod Frost. Congratulations. First time I've ever had a chance to say congratulations.
Thanks.
Because we went to Derby in the island to watch you do it. Unfortunately for us, you broke the record the day before and you had a tumble, didn't you?
Yeah.
Just tell us about that. Do you remember much about it?
I don't remember anything. I were unconscious at the time. I just woke up in hospital the next day. I'm just going on what people told me and what my friends told me.
Right.
But I'd done my wheelie record and then gone on my turbo Spondon that I've got, gone through, been wheeling all day, fast wheelies, did 173 mile an hour wheeling, and then come back, did a show on my bandit, and there was some barriers put up to stop people parking, which I just didn't judge right, and ended up being a bad accident.
Right. Well, yeah, you were badly. Last time I saw you, actually, you were on crutches and you had pins and all sorts. So, this is your first time out proper, is it?
Yeah, it's the first time out since July.
Right. So, has it put you off?
No, it hasn't put me off. It just takes a bit to get your confidence back. I'm still hobbling around now a little bit, and still on my crutches.
Is it still hurting?
Yeah, it's a bit sore. My wrist's sore where I've broke my arm fairly badly and still my legs. Some of the stunts I'd like to do I can't do just because of injuries I've got.
Right, so you're now a world record holder. You're in the official Guinness book, the next one.
Yeah.
What are you going to do next?
I don't know. I have to wait and see.
What if somebody else goes out and breaks your world record? What are you going to do?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I've done it and it's there for someone else to beat. I've got the record, so until someone breaks it, I don't need to ride again.
Right. So you stick to the stunts for now.
Yeah, I stick to stunt riding. That's what I enjoy and like putting a show on for the crowd.
Excellent. Well, it's great to see you back on the bike, Jack. Congratulations once again.
Thanks a lot.
Well, some people say motorcycling's dangerous, because we know it's not dangerous at all, but you can get injured now and again. And young Fiona Beale here was injured earlier, jumping over trucks. What were you doing?
Yes, well, I was trying to get a female world record over lorries. I jumped 12 lorries, and well, I got the record, but I went a bit too fast and cleared the lorries and cleared the down ramp and landed on the floor, and hence came off and injured myself.
And what did you actually do? I mean, it's good to see you around. I should say that first off today, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
But I see you've still got the crutches. So what did you actually do to yourself?
Well, I broke 2 vertebrae in my back, and I broke my pelvis. You've got a ball and you've got a socket. I broke the top of the socket, and I've just done 2 ribs, but they're all healing nicely, and I'll soon be walking and on my bike again.
So when do you think you might be on a bike?
Well, I went to the doctors last Friday and they said 7 weeks, so I'm a bit depressed, so I've just got to sit it out and be good this time and do the time, I suppose.
Well, it's coming up to winter anyway, isn't it? So you're certainly going to be ready for next year.
Oh yes, definitely. Usually in the winter I go off to America to train with the lads, jumping and whatever. But this year I was going to, but obviously I've got this injury and probably I'll stay home and practice on the bikes then.
But from what you're saying, it certainly hasn't put you off. But can I ask you what actually started? I mean, it is fairly unusual to have a girl in this business, isn't it? I mean, we've seen Jarrod with his broken bits and pieces, but what started you off in this?
Well, a guy wheeled around me and I said, I want to do that. And so I got a bike, Kawasaki KDX 200, and I started off like that. And I got better and better and better, and somebody said, well, have a go off a ramp. So I thought, oh my goodness, I haven't really jumped. So when my first ramp was about 5.5 foot, and I thought, but somehow I flew. Don't ask me how, and everybody was amazed. They were just open mouths and they couldn't believe how far I went on my first jump. And I suppose fish to water, I suppose I just can jump. It's one of those things.
So it's ever onwards then, so you'll be leaping out. Well, I suppose buses, trucks haven't made much difference, but
No.
you're obviously going to add to this because you jumped that so comfortably. Well, say comfortably if that's the word.
Yes.
But I mean, it was no problem the distance, was it? So
No.
you're going to repeat that?
Oh yes.
And land properly?
Definitely. I'm aiming for the men's world record now, and that's 250 feet held in America. And but I'm at 190 feet, so I can get there. It's my first jump, so I've got time. I've got 60 foot to go towards the men's record, and I will do it in stages. I'm not going to rush anything and do it properly.
coming up in part 2. Dave Coates rearranges the rear lights on his GSXR. And of course, no biking day out would be complete without those crazy purple helmets. Now, take several crates of beer, some dirty brown trench coats, a double-decker bus, and some works-prepared Honda C90s, and what have you got? Well, it's a recipe for absolute chaos. It can only mean the purple helmets. Now, the only team to bring their own beer tent to any event is this lot. And if ever you see a double-decker bus at any bike event, you can rest assured of one thing, the purple helmets will be there. What's up, Derry? All right. Derry, just tell me about this. You've been on a world tour, haven't you guys?
Who is this? Do we know this man?
Tell me about this world tour. You tell me, you're not going to talk to me.
It's it was testing. It was.
I never should have done this. It is on, yeah.
Are we on?
Yeah.
It was the bit higher up. You haven't been at this very long, have you?
Go on.
You've not done much television.
No, not a lot. No.
No, well, we have.
I've just signed a new contract with Granada. And if we keep up the payments in 12 months, I'll tell his mind. That's good, isn't it?
I'm not supposed
made
to
you
laugh.
Then, didn't it?
I'm not supposed to laugh at
You're
this
not allowed
stage.
to laugh.
Well, as you can see, hello, Mum. Hello, Dad.
Tell me about this world tour. Where did you go?
Well, it was the Italian tour of Italy, and by the world famous purple helmets. And I don't say world famous lightly.
No.
Paul. Well, it is Paul, is it? I don't say that lightly.
So it should be brown now.
I think most of these lads were there on the Italian tour of Italy. And some of them, because of it, are now quite famous.
I bet they are. Yeah.
In fact, they've had letters from all over the world.
Are they?
I've got one here somewhere.
From France?
It's a letter from France. It's a French letter.
Go on.
And it says, "Dear Helmets, send me some money, you you know he's your baby." Oh, no, wait, that's not the right one. That wasn't the right letter, Paul.
Right.
No.
This is the right. I can tell. It says, "Dear Derry."
They are all.
The test was positive. It says there, does it?
The script says they are all good Manx men who are totally dedicated to the Purple Helmets PLC, Isle of Man. And if you want to see the full show at the TT this year, you will see all these fine young men who were hand-picked and breastfed, and they'll all be there.
I can't wait.
We have another letter here somewhere. Oh, well, I can't read that either.
Right.
But Paul, it's nice to speak to you.
And you, Derry.
No more.
Now this is my mate Cannon, Chris Hannam. You look fed up, Chris. What's up, mate?
Well, it's something to do with getting up at 5:30 in the morning to come and do a show for people, and the organisers in their wisdom won't let us on the track because the bikes are supposedly too noisy. So we've basically been stood around waiting to do a show for people. We actually got a slot at 2 o'clock, and at 2:10 we were off because we were too noisy.
Well, quite right, I know, I think. Yeah, probably your shirt that was too noisy, not your bike. This bike, right, this Bandit, this is the one we saw you doing 160 odd mile an hour on one wheel in Derby. But it's changed considerably since then. What have you done to it?
Well, basically the bike's format is the same. We've just dropped the forks through the yokes, put some clip-ons on to give it a drag race stance. Actually manufactured a swinging arm extension for the standard swinging arm, which gives us a 4-inch over stock length to try and stop it wheeling. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work.
No, it doesn't really work. No, right. Right. So, are you going to go for this new record?
Well, yeah. I mean, me and Jack, we have a bit of banter, but I did a top speed run last week at Sculthorpe, and
on this,
yeah, in the spec that it is here, and the timing gear there said we did 192.
You're completely mad, you know that. Yeah.
Well, that's me no fair, and it is I'm a bit like an outside, to be fair,
Just imagine how fast you could go if you had a fully faired bike. You could go really quick, wouldn't you?
Just imagine how fast I could do if I lost 10 stone.
Well, I didn't want to put it like that. Right, so, but I mean, the bike's looking well,
yeah.
But you've had a fed up day, haven't you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's been a good day out, It's just a bit disappointing not to be able to do your stuff, for people that have come,
right.
To see you, really,
And you know what makes it even worse now?
I've no idea.
You locked out your garage.
Oh, yeah, I know. That was Campbell. Not to do with me.
In next week's Two Wheels Better, we've a report from this year's Motorcycle News Awards in London and all the action from the Peterborough Junior Motocross Club.